An old African proverb says it takes a village to raise a child. So to continue the conversation of violence prevention, we brought in two grassroots organizations that work with youth. We have Andre Lee Ellis, who pours his passion for young boys in his neighborhood through a summer gardening program.
And we have the co-executive directors of the True School, Fidel Verdine and Shalina Ali, who use hip-hop to reach at-risk youth. So help us understand how your work is intercepting the violence before it happens.
Who wants to go first?
Elder. Okay, I'll go first. We Got This Incorporated is the name of our organization, and we have a community garden right on the corner of 9th and Ring in Milwaukee, where they say it's the worst zip code to raise a black child. But how we're helping to intercept is because we've created a safe place where children can come and express themselves, but they also can be mentored by men in the community, which is a lack in the home in the area where we are.
And you're doing that with a garden, right? I mean, that's part of the project, right?
We use the garden. The garden is the tool to teach them to have a healthier lifestyle, both mentally and physically, so they learn how to grow food and how to clean the neighborhood up. When you walk outside and it's nice and clean, you say, good morning. If it's not clean, you say, oh, shoot.
Fidel?
Yes, so part of our job is to tap into the talents of young people and give them creative outlets, give them a sense of ownership in the city, in their community, but also their dreams. You know, so if young people have goals and things to shoot for and a structure to support them getting to success, that intercepts a lot of drama, violence, you know. We try to direct young people into entrepreneurship, into education, into business, and that in itself helps to intercept a lot of, idle time.
And when you feel better, when you know better, you feel better. On Saturdays, our program, We Got This, the boys come at 8 a.m. and they work
sharp,
until
right? 8 a.m. sharp.
8:00.1 is late. They start gathering at 6:30 a.m.
Right.
Last week, a young man called me at 5:30 and said, Mr. Andre, I'm in the garden. I said, well, stay there until 7. That's what
This is what you're talking about.
This is the work ethic that Alderman Borkowski was saying may not have existed in Milwaukee, but you say otherwise.
Once they do it there, they'll go and improve school. Then they'll improve their relationship with their mom at home and the other people that they encounter on the street. And then we can say, hey, pull your pants up. Then we can say, pick your whole face up and look up, because if you can look up, you can get up. And then we can curtail violence. We were the #2 highest crime block in the city when we started in June 2014. We're number 38 now.
Shalina, tell me, what do you see in some of the young women that come through this program? Because we are finding more and more young ladies are being a part of criminal activity.
I think one of the big things is them developing a sense of confidence and having a voice, especially with an artistic platform. You know, when you feel like you're being shut down all the time, then your voice is going to come out really rough and abruptly. So coming to True School and just feeling like they're appreciated, and to gain that sense of confidence, not just amongst other young women, but also amongst the men as well, it creates a different kind of engagement between the young men and women. And you know, those transferable skills, like Andre was saying, they go back to school, they go back to the homes, and they go back to the communities.
When you see the headlines, go ahead.
Speaking of the young men, we just saw some video of one of the programs. This is part of your program here, right?
That's it. That's us.
And then we also saw the men in the tuxedos.
500 black tuxedo event. That was created because the boys wanted to know why couldn't they go out and dress up and eat after they saw me and my wife go out dressed up fancy to eat dinner, and I wanted to know that they could, because that's what we got to teach young black boys in depressed areas. You got to teach them that they can, because the apostrophe T is in the way. So teach them that they can.
I love it. I want to also know, though, Shalina and Fidel, after last week's headlines, you see that there's these shootings, there's murders. How do your children interact with you, or what is it that you want to instill in them as we get into the summer months?
I think one of the biggest things that we do is make space and time for them to really talk about what their experiences in the community and the schools are. Just being able to process that information is a part of that healing. It's a part of addressing that trauma. And when they can learn to do that with us, they also know how to go back and do that in their communities.
Fidel, you said something that really stood out to me. I had a dream, she had a dream. We all have dreams when we're kids.
Everyone has a dream.
And these kids have got to be allowed to have their dreams. If you take away their dreams, you've taken away their chance to survive and live and want to go forward, don't you think?
That's right. And what we have, unfortunately, is generations of dreams being stolen.
Yeah. Dream killers.
Dream killers. And so we have young people who are relearning how to dream through arts, through the garden, through the earth, you know, getting in touch with their own community. Building community in these different spaces is how we get in touch and get, even as adults, get back in touch with that dream, that imagination.
But how do you get people who may not understand that these young people who struggle to dream and keep that dream alive are having issues because around them there is so much chaos? It's hard, it seems like it's hard for people to understand on the other side of the viaduct that there are people who dream just like them, who live and want to be just like them, but they have a lot of issues that are impeding them from making that a reality. How do you get the South Side, the East Side, the West Side to see that we're all one city and we can dream together?
We put it in music,
yep,
and we blast it out. And we put it in art, and we put it everywhere, right? So our performance and our art is that messaging. That is how we carry it. That is how we change the culture and change the narrative, through our artwork, through our popular hidden talents or, you know, revealed talents. A lot of us need to be more tapped into our talents.
And I'm the gray-haired man in the community, so I'm missing in the household. A lot of people never have a granddad, so they all call me Pops, and I'm him to them. I say, I may not be your birth dad, but I'm your earth dad, and we're going to turn it around because we build their pride. And when we build their pride, they can take a ride to success.
I like that.
Thank you so much.
An important message. He is. Thank you for sharing.